Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
I don't think there's a player out there, Peter, who is as tactically flexible as Francesco Totti. Of course, we know him best as a number 10 or a deeper line forward.
And does history record him as the first player really to play that kind of false nine role?
Yeah, I think that's right. And he was able to do that because of his great physicality to go with that wonderful technique. Who would have thought at the time that he would start?
And Shevchenko! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
You don't keep those outs. He just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Tunisia finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Shot could be on. Dani Olmo could move up a gear here.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
That pass isn't the best. De Paul. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Zola. That's a throw. Totti. And he welcomes it in. Real chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Marmoush. Best charging forward, the ball at his feet. Marmoush. And here's Mbappe. Now he's running away.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way. Tunisia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Takes a shot! And that's a sharp finish. They are purring, truly purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Iwaki are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Iwaki are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think.
Shot, surely! He's got a goal! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Seedorf. Tries a measured ball. Good read, needed to be. Pass somewhat off target. Threads one in. And this is shapes to shoot! And we have our very first corner. Zola goes short. Iwaki have the chance to go the other way. Seedorf. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Mbappe. A probing pass. That has been cut short. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Best. There's the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Nicely spread. No, that's been intercepted. Silvestre making good progress. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Best plays it in. And that's the keeper's ball. Chance here to counter. And here's Mbappe. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's there to belt it away. Ball is over the line. In with the challenge. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Mbappe. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And he was quick to react. And this is Zola. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Totti does really well there, he is strong. Totti, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Pass is just off target. Zanetti going vertical. Tries to play it through. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Akanji. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Zanetti. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Dani Olmo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked.
There's a quick free kick, and it's Olmo. Mbappe, chance for a shot! That is ended up, has another go! That's a fair try, but just off target. Marmoush is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Tunisia needing a change of fortune here. That's been cut out, well played. Marmoush has created one goal already. Dani Olmo. Iwaki do have a chance to counter here. And this is Shevchenko.
Such good technique.
Oh, he's burst through, picked out brilliantly. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Silvestre. Now it's Dani Olmo. Knocks it into space. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substitution for Tunisia, number 14.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Substitution.
Tunisia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Iwaki appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Now, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best. Tunisia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
De Paul. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Totti. Schlotterbeck. And it's Luis Suarez. Played out to the left flank. Zola in acres of space out wide. Oh, what has happened here? Now there's a fine ball. And this is Luis having a shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
That has not gone well. Zola. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Zola showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well timed, excellent interception. Zola. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Suarez. Luis Suarez. And a chance! Goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Suarez at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's...
And the finish! Oh, the ball's run, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Substitution for Tunisia.
Tunisia have their second corner now. Zola plays it short.
Coming on the field.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Neymar. Substitution in progress.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. He is through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Seedorf. Kimmich. Bellingham. He has found a way through.
Added time.
Oh, that's a very deep chance! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Tunisia may have thrown this away at the death. A big, deep breath. And he hits the net. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Iwaki now on the verge of victory. Save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, it's the type of call that can't be given if there's even the slightest doubt. It had to be spot on.
it's been taken short. They've got to be quick to recover this. And that'll be the end of that. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Look, Peter,
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. Benfica have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but he really is, for me, the...
Real chance! The alert has passed. It didn't always look as though it would.
Well, that's the risk you have to take when you're fully committed to attack, Peter. They're going to leave a few areas unattended.
Marmoush. Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well read, nice interception. Now it's Shevchenko. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Great vision. That's been cut out, well played. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Messi. Yamal. Now this takes a shot! Goal! Benfica! And Benfica take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Benfica have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Roberto Carlos is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his good effort from distance. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Rice just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Nicely aimed pass. Now, can they get him away? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yamal. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rice. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Ball swung in. Roberto Carlos tries to clear. And it's Fernandez. Yamal has found the net here, of course. Messi. And the shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Benfica with the corner, they're first. And he's picked it up out wide. Look at the space here. Has to go back here. Yamal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Benfica can try it again now.